So let's look at Einstein, shall we? I know you've all heard it before, but it's just worth retelling, because even though you've heard it before, it's amazing how many people just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. So he said, look, doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results, was akin to what he thought of as insanity. Now, who's actually heard that before? Or seen it or read it? Yeah, he's still doing the same things over and over again. And so, is there a disconnect? Oh, it's only the other people that are doing things over and over again that are insane. It's not me. Or is it just the fact that you find it really, really difficult to break free of that repetitious imprinting from the status quo? That few people recognise the madness of what they do is, it must mean that sameness has been well crafted and well educated into the environment year after year after year, century after century, generation after generation, so cleverly that people say, yes, I've heard it, but hang on, I don't recognise it for me. Plato said, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. Has anybody ever heard that? On the surface, the observation actually makes perfect sense, doesn't it? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. In other words, there's no advancement. Now, when I heard that, I don't know, a couple of decades ago, I would nod in agreement and say, yep, that makes perfect sense to me. You always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. Until I really started thinking about it. Until I started to have another look at it. And if you start thinking about it, you start to have a look at it, I think you'll actually find that the statement is not true. Depend on how far you want to inquire. So within this statement, there's an assumption. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. There's an inbuilt assumption into that. The inbuilt assumption is everything actually stands still. So if everything stood still, then the statement would be true. But in fact, everything doesn't stand still. Time certainly doesn't stand still, because time is consumed. The economy doesn't stand still. The seasons don't stand still. Everything is actually in a constant movement, a constant flow. So opportunities come and go. You get older, economies keep cycling, inflation guarantees that you actually have to make more just to stay the same. Because inflation is taking away from you all of the time. Money printing is taking away from you all of the time. So you can't do the same things and stay the same. So, let's look at a more up-to-date statement. It might be something like, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get slightly less than you've always got. That's what I mean by age-related shrinkage. Age-related shrinkage.